We're extra on Sundays. Look at all this. Look at this crew. We are working towards doing a lot more touching and hands-on if you're interested and that's desirable to you. We have these, what they're called consent cards, and green, yes, means yes, and red, no, means no. If you are a person who you're absolutely, I want your hands on me, get a card and have it on the yes. If you're a person who's like, please do not come near me, this is my practice and my space, put it down with the no. If you're ambivalent or not sure, you can ditch the card and we'll just ask you. That'll indicate to us that it's not a clear yes or a no. It's like a check in with me and ask. Is that clear enough? So raise your hand if you want a card because you want to say yes or no. Yeah, can we get some help? We had, I'm so re-inspired. I had my teacher in town, Nikki Villela from New York yesterday. She's the owner and leader over at Kula Yoga in New York City. And just her and Alex O'Dare come from such a different lineage than I came from in terms of the style and application of hands-on assist. A lot of the same stuff, but just kind of different spirit and application. So I feel re-inspired, reinvigorated, refreshed, and we had a bunch of our teachers here, and they got a lot of time to practice on each other. So you're in for a treat. Let's get closer right here. Jesse, can we make space in your row? Jesse and Amy, if you could just scooch. Was there more people downstairs? Okay, and also just for the new folks, there's so many new faces. Good morning, my name's Mariel. I'll the practice is over there. She's gonna assist and offer you verbal assist, hands-on assist, and she'll chime in for some parts of the class as well. And Camden up here is also a teacher. She's on the mat demoing for you all, especially if you're new and you're like, what did she just say? Camden knows how to translate my words into body language. And she's also live streaming for folks at home. As you can see, we have a camera in the room and we live stream. Everything I offer is an invitation, not an obligation, so please feel free to take it or leave it, to modify, hydrate, spectate as you like. This is your practice, and we can, as Adriana always says, we can move together and move differently, and we can move differently and still move together, and that's really together in person. When we come over, if we ask you applying a hands-on assist or adjustment, anything other than a clear yes is a no. I know I'm very much a yes person, and I've had to really practice how to say no. So if you're not a no person, just know that anything other than a clear yes, we'll just back off, and we don't take it personal at all. We don't know what's going on in your body, so you know. You do you. It's November, and Mercury's in retrograde. Happy retrograde. It is said that the first 20 days, you could circle November 20th on your calendar, are supposed to be pretty messy, pretty rough. If you know, you know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, no big deal. But I always like to take, these happen 3 or 4 times a year, where for about 3 weeks, we are in the process of passing Mercury in our orbit, or Mercury's passing us in their orbit. I'm not really sure, but it's that sort of effect when you're on the train and another train goes by you moving faster or slower. It makes you feel like you're moving backwards. So there's just a friction, a pull, and it affects things like technology and travel. Sorry. If you're sticking around on Thanksgiving, that's probably a great idea. We'll be here. We have a yoga class. Just come do that. Communication. That's what it affects. So I like to add, when Mercury's in retrograde, the best way to be in alignment with these parts of the year are to do anything that begins with that RE that we get in retrograde. So to repair, do your repairs, renovate, reflect, review, recap. Feel free to share them, shout them out. Replenish, restore. A little bit of practices into our regular practice. We're going to start today with body rolling. If you're new to me or new to us, we use these massage rolls to do some myofascial tension release that we don't quite touch in regular yoga poses. Usually I save them for the end of class, but it is extraordinary to do some of that release before we start doing the poses. So we will be starting with that. And then we're going to have a longer rest at the end where I'll set you up in a restorative pose. And I'm going to guide you through a longer metta meditation. Metta means loving kindness. It's the practice of focusing your awareness on loving kindness. This is so useful going into whatever holiday dynamics you're facing. I change, like my phrases organically change over 20 years of this practice. I've been working with the same phrases for about a year, but you might, now that I'm going deeper into this practice again, you might hear them change. The invitation to make the phrases your own. So just as we work with them today, if it resonates, great. If not, see how you can make it authentic for yourself. And over the course of the few weeks, if they recur in your mind or your heart, to just work on authenticating the phrases. Wendy Bayou's with us. Does that make sense? Okay. Any requests? Pelvis, hip. Just one hip? Usually it's one, right? Yeah. The right hip. Anyone got any requests for the left hip? Left hip? It's like we could get together and two halves could make one really good hole and one really fucked up hole, right? Okay, so it's not a speak now or forever hold your peace model. Usually as we dial into the fabric of the body, it might become more clear what the body is requesting. So just know that you can call it out or call us over in my classes. I like to keep it casual. And we are going to start laying down. Let's have the massage balls in their tote and the blocks handy. So you can, I don't care if you lay down back, like head to the back of the room or front of the room. Just make sure your blocks are where you can reach and your balls are where you can reach. I'm going to dim the lights a little too. And I'm going to give us a little heat for now just because we're laying down. Just get yourself situated. Maury. Okay. If you feel a little chill, grab one of your blankets. A lot of that, I'll turn up the heat. Bring your low belly, maybe thumbs like right below your navel, index fingertips at or slightly above the pubic bone. Look for your breath. And as you inhale, feel the belly lift and expand with breath. And as you exhale, feel the belly soften. And notice if and how naturally the breath begins to deepen and expand just by turning the light of awareness to the breath. The entire physical practice of yoga is first and foremost in service to the breath, to the gift of life that each breath offers. There's a supreme source of divine consciousness that consolidates itself into the form of the breath in order to experience itself and express itself in and as all that is. It consolidates itself into the form of the breath and it pours life into you. The breath ignites the heart. The splendor of your heart has an opportunity to inform, illuminate, and inspire the faculty of your mind and the agency of your body. It's the Icha Yana Kriya Shaktis. And here in this gift of conscious breathing embodiment, we have an opportunity to align ourselves, engage ourselves, and stretch ourselves through aligned engagement in order to, one, like optimize and enhance our capacity for breath, for energy, for life, to sort of enhance our bandwidth for life. And then also, just as we are the way in which the divine experiences itself, this is a strategy, a technology for experiencing ourselves, directly experiencing ourselves as divine, as the divine. Bend your legs and feel both feet on the ground if they're not already. Bring your balls to the space right at the base of the neck, tops of the shoulders. If you're not sure, so you're gonna have one on each side of the spine, so they're sort of like horizontal. Imagine, my God, my dream is one of those split king mattresses. That'd be a dream come true. So imagine like one on each side of the bed of the traps. They like, the spine is the midline. And just take a moment to notice what you feel what you notice. You can interlace your hands behind your head and just let the elbows either release towards the floor or point the elbows to the sky to sort of find and feel what suits you. And then stand through your feet and lift your hips just a little bit so that you feel more of your weight on the balls. We in there? And Melissa, you might need to help, I'm just realizing now, with where the props are, if they're gonna get in people's way. Like Amy, can you actually start further back on your mat? That's just gonna give you more space. And then this person next to Amy, we can slide their props towards the camera. Thank you. Jesse, you might also wanna start like closer to the foot of your mat. And like you'll just make little adjustments as needed. Okay, and then you can sort of push and pull through your feet to pulse those balls up and down and dig them into that space. This is not an exact science. If you feel like you need or want the balls a little higher, a little lower, just explore in there. And now do, in fact, push through your legs, your feet, so that the balls roll a little lower down on the upper back. So now we're clearly in between the shoulder blades, the tops of the shoulder blades. Lift the hips. And with the hands behind the head, make sure the hands are supporting and cradling the head. You could like lift your head up, lift your hips up. The hips might come down as the head comes up. The head might come down as the hips lift up. Many of you are also familiar with the version here. I know a lot of you are new. If you just want to be like more still, more static here, you can just place a block underneath your hips and your arms can sort of move towards the ceiling like seagrass. They can wave. I'm making this a little bit more dynamic than we usually do it because we're usually doing it at the end of class and this is the beginning of class. So it's totally up to you. If this is like leaving you a little hungry for the way we usually do it, remember, this is your practice. And lift the hips again, and you can walk your feet in and then push through the legs to roll the body north so that the balls roll south on your body. Still well clearly in between the shoulder blades, but a little lower down on the upper back. And then you can lift the hips, lower the head, lower the hips, lift the head, maybe lift the head and hips. Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. We're turning on the light of awareness in the area that is like the back of the heart. This is a part of the heart, the self, that is easily and often overlooked. We're going to be doing heart openers, also belly openers. I'm a big fan of feasting. This is the season of the feast, and so for years and years, my practice this time of year has been about maximizing food consumption. By the way, we're doing a food drive You'll see a collection bin. Sure, everyone's bellies are full this time of year. So many places are doing stuff too. Like I noticed QVNA, I think, is collecting perishables, which is huge, like eggs, chicken, all that stuff. We're gonna work our way slowly at your own pace down the upper back. We're staying clearly within the shoulder blades, but we do wanna find the way towards the space right in between the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Try to stay with this belly breathing. As you inhale, the belly expands. As you exhale, the belly softens. If it's too intense, it'll sort of diminish your capacity of breath. So we don't want to be in those places of extreme intensity. If you make little micro adjustments, you can get yourself into the space that is, yes, deeply intense, but the breath, and not so much that the breath can't be really deep and full. That's the key. Okay, once the place that's in between the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, you'll either have your hips on the floor or a block. You can test them both out. Do you like it better with your hips on the floor or the block? Hopefully the block is still within reach. Sorry. Let me help. You got it, you got it. I got you. You got it. Okay, very intelligent feet. Way to use your feet. And does that feel open, the cool air? Do you want me to close that? You like it open? Oh, one set of, I'll do a halfway. Okay. And then with the balls right, cross your arms. Like mining for gold or precious jewels. Release the to the sides. If you're on a block, put the block to the side. Slide a little bit. So if you walk your feet away from your butt a little bit and then scooch your butt towards your feet, just notice that now the balls are moving north, back up the spine. Can you feel that? Just gonna try to get to like right in between the middle of the shoulder blades. Interlace your hands behind your back. I'm sorry, behind your head. Okay, and as you exhale, your head up like you're doing a cat stretch. Point your elbows towards your thighs. And as you inhale, take your pubic floor. You can lift your chin a little bit more, like a cow stretch. 3 more times at your own pace. Exhale. Inhale, cow. Like a back bend on the inhale and like a curling in on the exhale at your own pace. Like you're and then release the hands to the sides. Scooch your butt towards your feet. The balls are rolling up inch by inch like a little tiny cutie patootie inchworm. And when the ball tops of the shoulders. It should feel like they're almost not, it's almost like they're not even underneath you anymore. They're right at the tops of the shoulders. Walk your feet in right underneath your knees. Reach your arms straight up to the sky. Stand through your legs strong to lift your hips up like bridge pose. Lift your chin just a little bit and press the center back of the skull down and drive down through your legs. Press your feet down and forward to drive your traps up into the balls. We in there? Breathe. And on the exhale, release the arms, release the hips, and remove the balls, and just notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. Deeper breath in, longer breath out. Bring your legs together, cross your left leg over your right leg, deep cross, thigh. So your thighs are, what did I say, left over right? Yeah, okay. Scoot your butt to the left and lower your knees to the right. So you'll take a cross like this. Arms can be out to the sides in cactus, just negotiate with your neighbors and your props. Call this like 3 of the deepest, fullest breaths that require a amount of effort. And again, we usually do this we're doing it at the beginning, so we're going to give it a little more activation. As you release your legs to the right, together, can you feel that? Almost like, I don't know if this is true for everyone, but like when you're a kid and you have to pee really bad, or an adult and you have to pee really bad. Is this okay? And as you squeeze your legs together, can you sort of simultaneously try to pull your legs apart? On an inhale, draw the legs up through center, uncross, shift the hips to neutral. Cross your right leg over your left leg, scoot your butt to the right and lower your knees to the left. And we'll just start with about like 3 of the deepest, fullest breaths here. Belly breathing, so the breath can start to like really infiltrate the visceral organs so that the visceral body starts to be sort of and massaged with the breath. And just to be clear, like sometimes the patient just find like the deepest, fullest breaths that require the least amount of effort. That's a thing. Side's a little bit tighter. Anything I should know about on this side? Shoulder. Okay. Okay. You're good, you're good. Just breathe. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. That's the part that I love, the lengthening in there. And then squeeze your legs together. Feel that for a breath or 2. And so that engages your legs, and then you're trying to widen the hips, the pelvis by energetically sort of pulling your legs apart. Can you feel that? Or is that like too weird? Inhale to center. Uncross, shift the hips to neutral. Stretch your legs out long, arms overhead. Huge breath in. Exhale with an audible sigh. 2 more times like that. Let the breath roll out of you from the heart like thunder. The breath in ignites the heart. The breath out carries the fragrance of the heart like a fragrant flower. Let it like pour out. Your chest, wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself the most loving embrace, the sweet embrace. Wrap yourself around yourself. This is the gift of life. And then gently roll to one side. Press through strong arms. Find your way into a tabletop position facing the front of the room. Bring your hands to the top corners of the mat. Huge breath in, knees under or slightly behind the hips, toes tucked under. And with the exhale, send your hips towards your heels like puppy pose or quarter dog. So your knees are on the floor, but your upper body is like a downward dog. Claw the fingertips and lift your underarms away from the floor, nice. And as the underarms lift up, the upper back right between the shoulder blades where the balls were, they soften towards the earth. Claw the fingertips into the earth, and as you inhale, energetically pull the hands back to lift yourself towards table. Soften the shoulder blades back right between the shoulder blades. Look forward. Bring your hips towards and then pelvis. Feet. Toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's bend the left leg a lot. Push through the arms, lift through the hips, and anchor more through the right heel. Breathe more into the space of the right leg, especially maybe like the back of the leg. Bend the right leg straight. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Bend both legs. Spread the sitting bones. Push through the arms. Those bottom ribs in front, they tend to sort of drop down. Draw the bottom ribs towards the spine. Now press your thigh bones up to the sky and let the heels get heavy towards the earth. You okay there? On the inhale, we'll float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Inhale to reach the arms up, reach up, stretch up, feel on the ground. Press the back, like lift the back heel, press the back knee and thigh to the sky. Can you feel the back leg get straighter, stronger, more lift the back knee up? Keep pressing the back knee up. At the top of the front, send. Big in, reach up, stretch up, and as you exhale, we'll take a big step forward, standing tall mountain at the top of your mat. Exhale, hands to heart. Interlace your fingers, press the palms forward. Look towards the front body, and as you bow to your heart, do you feel how the ribs slide back? Keep sliding the rib cage back as you bring your head over your spine and hug the shoulder blades together. And now press the palms up. The index finger knuckles press up, the little fingers draw down. Maybe notice where you are in relationship to your neighbor, step forward or back so that as you exhale, you can spread your wings out to the sides and down. Inhale, reach forward and up. Right hand finds the left wrist, reach up and over to the right. Ground through the left leg. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Send all your weight down through the left leg as you reach up and out of the left hip. Up, out, and over to the right. And now again, look towards your heart, your belly, and feel the rib cage move back. Now bring the head back over the spine. See how the arms are forward now? Bring the biceps back to the ears. Whew. Inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, bend the legs deep, fingertips tap the earth. Stay deep in the legs, knees and toes point straight ahead, everyone, as you inhale, reach the arms up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, sit deep. Inhale, stand tall. Left hand finds the right wrist. Reach up and over to the left. As you reach up and over to the left, send all the weight down through the right leg. And as you root through the right leg, breathe into the right waistline. Look down towards your heart, your navel. Slide the rib cage back, then the ears back, then the biceps back. Inhale through center. Exhale, bend the legs, fingertips tap the earth. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Interlace your pinky with the other little finger on the outside. Press the palms forward. Draw the shoulder blades together behind you and press the palms to the sky. And as you press up, like we're raising the roof with the pads of the index finger knuckles, draw the little fingers towards the floor behind you, and without pulling the hands apart, energetically pull the hands apart. Slide the ears back, the ribs back, the ears back, the biceps back. And again, stagger with your neighbors just enough to find and feel the breadth of your wingspan as you exhale. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, bend your legs, fingertips tap the earth. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Stay deep in chair pose in your right leg, just lift the left heel up. Left heel to butt cheek, reach the left leg straight back behind you. Anchor the foot, inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Breathe, feel, notice. With the left leg sky. Inhale, reach up. Lift the back heel, inner back knee and thigh to the sky. And as the inner back knee and thigh presses up, can you anchor right down to the earth through your tailbone and let the top of the front thigh descend? And then reach up through your elbow creases, your fingertips, your crown. Bend one more inch. Then on the exhale, big step forward, standing tall mountain. Exhale, hands. Voice. Exhale, tips tap the earth. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Release the hands. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, bend the legs deep. Fingertips tap the earth. Look at your feet, make them parallel. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, sit back and down. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Good news. Last one of these, follow your breath. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, bend the legs, sit back, touch the earth, touch down. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, how low can you go? Inhale, push your legs through the earth, reach the fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart, pause, breathe, notice. Set to the pulsation of the heart. Notice the unconditional support of gravity. The hands forward and up. Exhale, bend the legs deep, fingertips tap the earth. And forward, lift the right heel up, sit a little deeper in the left leg, left heel to left butt cheek. Reach the left leg straight back behind you. Inhale, reach up. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath to mind, mind to body. Left through the press side. You can claw the fingertips. Exhale for Chaturanga Dandasana or Chaturanga bypass. Extra breath. The hands down and back. Exhale. Inhale, float to the earth. Your right forearm to your right thigh for extension. Stand through your back leg. More. It's like you're lifting the inner back thigh up the ground. Is it okay to touch? Yeah. Hi. Keep it straight. You can, yep. And now bend the front leg deep. If I'm holding on to you too much. Yeah, I want to your front leg as much as you can. Exhale, touch the floor. Downward facing. Pedal it out a little bit. Just notice any newfound through the hips, maybe the soles of the feet. Parallel. And it's okay to touch? Yeah. Keep your hands right where they are. Nice. Now float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch. Back heel to the ground. Straight ahead. Turn your back toes. Then statement. If the top of your front, then walk the back foot back, bend deeper. That's track your inner thigh, your front, and stand into your back. Keeping that, let the top of the front thigh down. Exhale, touch. Find happy table. Let your breath carry in the length and the step. The gift of life that you. Did you do that? Oh my God. Been closed. Check this out. Whoa. Okay. On your inhale, float the right leg. Exhale, lunge. Feet to the left. And in this wide-legged forward fold, hands to the floor or blocks, again, as it suits you. Feet more than less parallel. And with the heels heavy, can you lean a little bit more into the balls of your feet? Sometimes, for some of us, it helps to back a little, especially if you lock, if your tendency is to hyperextend. Give a tiny bit, feel the weight in the balls of the feet. And now keep the balls of the feet and the heels, of course, press your thigh bones back. Now we're stretching the hamstrings. Anchor the down, and you should get some like extension, traction, vertebra by vertebra, all the way through the spine and the crown of the head towards the earth. You can stay right there or wrap your hands to the backs of your calves and sort of hug the shins in and lift the calves up and forward. Hug the shoulder blades together. Sometimes if you bend your legs, you can press the calves forward more and hug the shoulder blades together, and press your thigh bones back. Belly breath. Nice. On the exhale, turn the right knee and toes through lunge. Take a big step forward with your left foot. Bring your hands to your hips. Point your elbows to the sky. Feel the shoulder blades hug together. Heels heavy, lean a little bit more into the balls of your feet, and then press your thigh bones back. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release the arms. And at the base of the skull. Arms adds weight to the head. Feet to the midline. into the hands to come all the way up to standing. And release the arms. Okay, find your bolster. Does everyone have a bolster? If not, I can bring some around. Anyone? Raise your hand. 1, 2. One. Someone over here? 2. Anyone else? Everyone has it? Okay, we're behind our back and hold it. Some of you, if you have long arms, you can bring your hands to your hips or your waist, if not just the hands. Hug your feet, look at your feet, make them hips width apart, and hug your feet to the midline. Can you feel your inner thighs engage? And then anchor the tailbone down. Hug the bolster against you, and now draw the front body, like the belly and bottom ribs, back into the bolster. And breathe into the bolster behind you. You can reach the heart up to the sky, bend back a little bit if you like. Tailbone down, feet hug the midline, tailbone down. Inhale. We're going to take a big step back with the right foot. Turn your toes to the brick wall for a wide-legged stance. Parallel your feet. Draw the shoulders up and back. Pull the arms forward to draw the bolster into the back body. Press the back body into the bolster. And then fold right down the middle in between the legs. Transcends a strap, right? I learned this on Friday. Let the head be heavy, let the face be soft, find the breath. As you inhale, hug the feet to the midline. Feel the legs engage from the ground all the way up into the hips. Hug the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, let the spine extend. You can anchor the tailbone down and you'll feel the spine sort of stretch towards the earth. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer. Hug the feet towards each other. Come all the way up. Put the bolster to the side or in front of your mat. Place that's not too in the way of you or your neighbors. Fold right down the middle. Turn the left knee and toes through lunge and step it back to downward facing. Breath in. Whisper the breath out. Claw the fingertips, spread the toes. Ride the inhale to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana or bypass. Inhale for cobra, cobra dog, up dog if you feel ready. Exhale to your belly. Okay, if props are to the sides, can you try to sort of mush them to the front of your mat? Yourself back a little bit and bring the props more forward. Debating here. Let's bring a block under the right cheek. Reach your right arm out to the right, either down to the right or out to the right. Check in with your shoulder, like speaking of consent. Check in with your shoulder. Like, does your shoulder like being down to the side or out to the side? So right cheek on the block. Right arm is extended somewhere out to the right. Just stagger with your neighbors. Take your time. Like, I did this restorative thing a couple weeks ago, and I like came face to face with the part of me that was like resisting making the adjustments needed for it to be meaningful. Does anyone else do that? I'm like, this is good enough. We're not doing good enough this month. Like, make it good. Stagger with your neighbors. We could take it slow. Now we're gonna start to roll onto the right side. Some of us will take the left foot behind us. Some of us, maybe not all of us. And the point is to get like a big opening across the pec and shoulder. And again, to breathe into what can't be seen. but can be felt. You could use your left fingertips as a kickstand. Okay. And come back to your belly. Take your time in the setup here. Left arm's going to go out to the side, either down or straight out. Ask your shoulder for consent here in placement. Stagger with your neighbors. Left cheek to the block, to the side, and top as a kickstand. Breathe. Inhale to your belly. Okay. Bring your hands to frame your bottom of your rib cage so your thumbs are in line with the base of your sternum or the base of your breastbone. Press the palms down to lift the fronts of the shoulders up. And as the fronts of the shoulders lift, without moving your hands, press them down, in, and back. Stretch back through your legs and press the tops of your feet down, everyone. Just so much you feel like the tops of the knees get lighter. Can everyone feel that you press the feet down, the tops of the knees lift? And then as you press the hands down and back towards the feet, reach your heart forward, just forward. Pull the hands back to reach the heart forward. One more inch out of the depths of your being, out of the hips, the pelvis. Reach through the heart center. And now press down through the hands to lift the heart up. Press the hands down and back to reach the heart forward and up. Reach back through your legs. Reach back through the right leg. Press the top of the right foot down. Reach back through the left leg. Press the top of the left foot down. Press the inner edges of the hands down, in, and back. One more breath. Exhale, lower down. Take your time. Find downward facing dog. Take your time in that transition. That was, by the way, reminder for the retrograde year of the snake. Our being, we burrow into the source of our own resourcefulness, the riches of the earth, the riches of the interior landscape. Push through the arms to launch through the hips and ground through the heels. Okay, as you inhale, we're going to float the left leg to the sky. Exhale to catch your lunge. Inhale to reach the arms up. Left knee and toes point straight ahead, everyone. And as you exhale, big step forward to balance on your left leg. If the balance isn't there today, you could just kind of touch the right toes towards the floor. Howard, take your left heel wider, just the heel. Yes, more. Yes, there. Bend, cross ankle over thigh, sit deep into chair pose. Reach forward to send the hips back. You can always bring your hands to your blocks in front of you for balance. And as you reach forward, send your hips back and down. Press the shin into the thigh and try to pull the left knee to the left and the right knee to the right. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, step it all the way back to lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, hand inside. Lower the back knee down. Pad the back knee with a blanket if and as needed. Take the time to pad the knee with your blanket. Blocks high inside your front leg. Bend your back leg, heel to butt. And before you even reach for the back leg, the tendency is for the hips, the pelvis to drop down and forward. You know the action of child's pose where you're moving your butt back like we did in puppy pose? Move your butt back to your heel. Yeah. Now you can walk your hands, your blocks, and find the right foot behind you. And if you feel steady, bring your left hand to your left thigh. Find the breath and linking breath and action. Press the back knee down, and as you inhale, pull the back knee forward. And as you exhale, draw the bottom ribs back. By all means, for some of you, reach the left arm to the sky. Slide the ears back, and then the left bicep back. Gently release. Find downward facing dog, and just pause, breathe, heel, and find your way into downward dog. On the inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale to catch your lunge. On the inhale, reach the arms, right knee and toes point straight ahead. I'll take a big step forward to cross left ankle over right and sit deep into chair pose. Press the left shin down into the right thigh. Press the right knee to the right, the left knee to the left. Sit back and down. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. On the inhale, rise up. With the exhale, step it back to lunge. Pause both feet on the ground. Huge breath in. Exhale, hands inside the front leg. Lower the back knee. Leg, heel to butt cheek, and then move your butt back to your heel. You can walk your hands, your blocks to the left, and with the left hand, reach around for the left foot or ankle. If you feel steady, bring your right hand to the right thigh. And then the key is to notice the tendency and counter the tendency to open up new pathways for the breath to flow in you as you through you. Can you take the top of your back thigh back towards the back of the room? Think of it this way. Press the back knee down and forward. Take your butt up and back. Nice. Then the ribs back, shoulders back, head back, and let the top of the front thigh descend. Everyone, that foot in your back hand, turn that foot out more. Yes. And on the exhale, beautiful, gently release. Downward dog. Inhale to plank. Your exhale will carry you down to earth in the chaturanga or bypass. Inhale for cobra, cobra dog, up dog if you feel ready. Exhale to your belly. Make a pillow with your hands. And just take a moment in this position, facing the earth, to receive the unconditional support of gravity. I'm standing right over you. I just wanted to warn you so I didn't. Oops. And to feel the rise and fall of your breath in the back and sides of the waist. I'm standing right over you. And the deepest, fullest breaths in and out. And the subtlety is that they require the least amount of effort. So we're not trying to control the breath. We're just setting ourselves up. We're going to bend the right heel to the right butt cheek. Stretch back through the left leg and press the top of the left foot down. Prop yourself up on your forearms. And with your left hand, reach for your right foot. Draw the left shoulder up and back, and then kick the foot back into the hand. Keep pressing the left foot down as you kick the right foot back. Exhale to release. Press the top legs back long to the back of the room. And try to get more to the pinky toenail and shins to the midline. Bend the left leg, right hand, reach for your left foot. You can use a strap, action over form. Down, kick the left foot back. Kick the left foot back. Oh man, I hate when that happens. Is it okay? You okay there? Does that make it worse? So does that happen a lot? So just be really mindful when you go to bend the leg. Release. That you're not just like, if you just bring heel to butt, that muscle will spasm. Really press the knee down and go super slow. Wait till it's completely clear. And if and when it clears, then just try if you do it really slow, if you press the knee down first. Let's try it. We haven't done this in a long time. I feel like this is such a good retrograde rewiring. Bend your right leg, and with your left hand, find your right foot. And maybe bring straps around for folks if they need it. And bend your left leg, and with your right hand, find your left foot. And now, okay. And release. Okay, so I just want to say, and this is totally for fun. We're going to do Dhanurasana, and then we'll like wipe the slate, and then we're going to do bridge pose. We're going to still do a bunch of things, and there's a long restorative at the end. We're crossing the arms, not the legs. There was a lot of because the Eagles play later, and we kind of but Garudasana to cross the legs. Take it easy, and you can just skip this side if it's bothering you. And with the right hand, reach for the left foot. Okay, and now leg cross, not the legs. Find the right foot. Try feet. Yeah, it's tough. You can't, right? Breathe. If you have it, then you can take Dhanurasana and rest. And like the thing with Mercury, just like all the time, not just with the retrograde, but like why are we handle it? How do we embody and bring that are inevitable, and all wires get misunderstandings, miscommunications, conflict, fusion, chaos. Sorry, I get really into it sometimes. Making the best out of the worst case scenario. So it's not easy, and that's why we practice. Bend both legs, reach back for the outer ankles or edges of the feet, outer shins if you're more flexible. Draw the knees together, hug your legs together, squeeze the knees all the way together. Now here's the key. This is not how it's maybe often taught. Press your knees down and in as you lift your chest up. Good, now kick your feet back. Lift your chin up a little bit. Press your knees down as you inhale, kick your feet back as you exhale. Inhale, hug the knees in and down. Exhale, kick your feet back and out. Exhale, release. Make a pillow with your hands and turn your head to maybe the other side if you haven't done so already. Belly breathing. We're going to roll onto the back. If you want a child pose or a puppy pose on your way, feel free to do that. If you feel like you could just easily transition onto your back, transition onto your back. Bridge.
Come to lie on your back with your feet underneath your knees. Think about hips width distance apart. Bend your elbows alongside you so your palms face one another like you have little robot arms. Then shimmy your shoulder blades together to sort of puff up your chest. Slide the back of your palate into the mat to lift your chin up. Now on an inhale, press down through your feet. To exhale, lift your hips for bridge pose. Press your feet down and forward to lift your hips. Think about gluing the backs of your heels towards your butt as you grow long from the back of your head up and out through the fronts of your knees. On an exhale, slowly lower your hips down. Bring your feet wide towards the mat's edges. Let your knees knock in. Take a moment here and rest. We'll try this one more time. If you feel like you get any low back stuff in back bends, I recommend a block between your is up. Inhale, hug the block between your thighs, then exhale, lift your. Hug your legs a little bit more in towards one another. Then hinge your hips so your butt slides back towards the mat like down. Then keep that and slide the tops of your thighs into your hips and use your legs to inhale, hug in and lift. Breathe. On your exhale, let your feet come, knees knock in.
Enjoy your breath, the unconditional gravity, the rhythmic beating of your heart. Let both knees fall gently to the right. The right ankle on top of the left thigh. Leg and leg into foot. Just a couple of the deepest, fullest belly. Inhale, your belly expands. And as you exhale, it opens. You okay there? Yeah. Is it okay to, well, yeah, you have the yes here. Let's just release this. Inhale your legs through center. Switch wide as the on top of the right. Is that your second side? Okay. Down into press leg up. Adding that dynamic tension of opposites, foot into leg, leg into foot. Opening in your hips and pelvis. And like you're breathing like deep down inside that. Inhale the legs to center. Roll all the way. Right side, press through strong arms. We're going to meet in a tabletop position. Have your hands on blocks, medium height. And in tabletop position, we're going to cross the right leg on top of the left leg. Like cross your legs deep in your tabletop. And then like inhale to arch the back, like cat stretch. Exhale to round the back. Inhale to arch the back. And feel how the pubic bone starts to point towards the back of the room. Leading with the pubic bone, start to sit back between your heels. Walk your blocks back, and you're going to insert a block right under your butt as you sit back between your feet. 1 or 2 blocks. And then try to stack your knees and level your hips. Stack your knees and level your hips. You can stack one block on top of the other. It should feel like sturdy, not like the end of a Jenga game, so maybe like 2 flat blocks. With your right leg on top, we're gonna wrap the arms with the right arm underneath, just like we did last. Backs of the hands together in front of you, and lift your elbows up and hug the shoulder blades together. Totally optional to bring palm to palm, not necessary. Slow, deep, full breath in, pause at the top, lift the elbows up, press the wrist knobs forward. And then slow, long breath out, pause at the bottom. In the pause, release the and inhale towards tabletop position with the legs crossed. Tuck the toes and lift the knees and thighs up towards a cross-legged downward dog. Push through the left arm and lift through the right hip. Lower the knees down and uncross the legs. Tabletop position. Let's just take one round of sort of cat-cow here, or cow-cat. Just catch your breath where it is. Exhale takes you into the cow stretch, cat stretch, rounded back. Inhale takes you into the cow stretch, arched back. Then we'll come into neutral spine position. Cross left leg in front of right leg. Really slide that right leg up behind the left leg. Do one round of cat-cow here with the legs crossed. And then let the cow stretch the pubic bone back to the block behind you. Walk your hands back and then scooch that block, adjust the placement. So you don't have to find your blocks with the hips, but bring the blocks to find the hips. I don't know if that made sense. Stack the knees. Sit up as high as you need that the sitting bones are level. And now that the left leg is on top, we're going to wrap the arms around ourselves, left arm. Bring the forearms together in front of you. Press the top arm down and the bottom arm up. Totally optional to bring the palms together. It's totally not necessary. You can even elbows up, press the wrist knobs away. Slow breath in and you up. And keep the inner exhale at the out. Inhale, release, come into tabletop, tuck the toes, legs still crossed, downward facing dog. Is the time? It's happening. And now in the downward dog, uncross the legs, pedal the feet a little bit from side to side. Walk your hands back towards your feet so that you can find your blocks. And then with your hands on low or medium high blocks, walk your blocks back out to the top of your mat in downward dog. Downward facing dog. On the inhale, float leg high to the sky. On the exhale, catch the lunge. Turn under your right hand on its lowest height. On the inhale, turn both blocks on their lowest height. Reach the. On the exhale, we're going to take a big step forward. Sit deep. We're crossing thigh over thigh and press the ball of your right foot into that block. That's what it's there for. Push the ball of the foot into the block. Sit low. You put, like almost like you're standing in the right foot, and then press your left leg into your right leg and try to widen your right knee to the right. Try to pull your legs apart. Cross under the left arm. Is that true? Yeah. Back. Palms of the hands. And as you lift the elbows, stay right here. I love the block. If you want more, flex the right foot and squeeze the right foot into the left shin and press the left shin into the right foot. Inhale to unfurl. Oops. Sorry, Ganesha. Hold. Go birds. Inhale, get long through the spine. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. Facing dog. The splendor of the heart and agency of the body here in catch your lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, big step forward to catch a balance. And sit deep legs and press the ball into the right block. Almost like you could stand into your left foot so much the right foot can lift. And then press the right knee to the right and the left knee to the left. And with the left leg on top, we take the left arm. Close up. Unfurl. Holy. Exhale, fold. Skull. Your push through the arm to launch through the hips. Final time here. It's okay if your hands lift. And sit back on your Camden, I'm going to talk, and I'm hoping that my words will talk you through it. Everyone else can follow. Matt. Go over this. So if the block try taking the blocks apart a little bit. And then we're going to take the blank You can look at me or Kim. And then we're going to fold it in half long ways. And we're going to take this. So this. If you're petite and you have these very heavy bolsters, you might be perfectly comfortable in it. If you're, let us know and we'll bring you like a smaller bolster. Just so folks know, like look at us. It's not going to disturb everyone. It's actually going to inspire other people to ask for help, okay? Don't do the shit that I did in that relaxation thing and resist. Learn from my mistakes. We teach what we mostly know. And then the fringe part's going to hang over, and when you come to leg, it'll look like a little like Tootsie Roll right where your neck is, but you're not going to be able to know where that is until you get extra fringe on top of the bolster. Blanket, the weight of the warmth of that blanket over you. And then you're going to send your sacrum to the bolster. Wide knees together, that's called central rest posture. Together, legs open. This is patient. So if there's anything else to be more comfortable, it's up to you to ask for help, okay? You're gonna lie back. You decide what to do with your legs. You're just gonna take your thumbs into those edges of the mat on either side and sort of use your hands to scrunch up the bolster underneath you. Does it feel wobbly?
No, it's okay.
Okay, tell me what you need. Well, first I'm gonna give you what I think you need and then you tell me what you need.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Good. I was thinking of like a couple blocks.
Yeah, you got it. The support there. And then once you're in, you're looking for your breath. Always the out. If as we get into this, you're be like, meh. Hang on, let's just do this leg first. You are welcome. That's the life. I'm right here. I just don't want to start. Okay, now put your head back.
Yes.
Okay. Eat some phrases silently to yourself. And again, feel free to make them your own or without judgment to just notice what comes up for you around certain phrases, words, or ideas. So like the restorative aspect is to receive yourself exactly as you are, where you are, without judgment. And then it's in that process that repair, restoration, replenishment has an opportunity to occur. Oh, I wanted to add, if your low back starts to say no, what I like to do, it's just, different throughout the month still. I like to scooch my butt down away from the bolster and let the bolster like slowly inch its way up my back. And so sometimes I find myself, I guess it's like the nature of slouching, that you might want to sort of slouch down the foot or bottom of the bolster, sort of climb up the back to any place that it suits you. So again, you can just stay with your breath, drift into the oceanness, or stay with the sound of my voice. Many options beyond that as well. If you have any sort of japa practice or breathing practice, just prioritize the posture that allows consciousness to both expand and settle within you. May I be happy, healthy, and whole. You can say that to yourself. May I be happy, healthy, and whole. May I have love, warmth, and affection. May I transform my suffering into beauty, wisdom, and sweetness. May I be peaceful, graceful, and joyful. Call to mind and heart someone that you love dearly. Could be past or present, in material reality or beyond. Feel the presence of this person, this being in your heart. And we offer these statements to someone we love. May you be happy, healthy, and whole. May you have love, warmth, and affection. May you transform your suffering into beauty, wisdom, and sweetness. May you be peaceful, graceful, and joyful. Call to mind a benefactor, call to mind and heart a benefactor. Someone who's helped you along your way, a teacher, a guide, a mentor, an elder, anyone whose presence on your path has been a boon, a blessing. Hold the energy of this person, this being in your heart of hearts. See them, feel them, and we offer these affirmations of loving kindness to this person that blessed us. May you be happy, healthy, and whole. May you have love, warmth, and affection. Oops. May you transform your suffering into beauty, wisdom, and sweetness. And may you be peaceful, graceful, and joyful. Next, we call to mind a neutral person. This is someone that we know of that we have no particularly strong feelings about. Could be a friend's partner, someone at work. delivery person or someone at a place that you frequent, a neighbor. As best you can, call to mind a neutral person. And offer them the loving kindness affirmations. May you be happy, healthy, and whole. May you have love, warmth, and affection. May you transform your suffering into beauty, wisdom, and sweetness. May you be peaceful, graceful, and joyful. Next, we call to mind a difficult person. Someone that is maybe involved in a conflict or the source of confusion. Maybe a situation where wires have crossed. It doesn't have to be the most difficult characters in your story, just someone who's challenging. And we offer the phrases of loving kindness to the difficult person. Just take a moment to scan your body and release as best you can any areas of tension that may have crept in. You can adjust your placement on your props as needed. You can sync your breath to the sound. May you be happy, healthy, and whole. May you have love, warmth, and affection. May you transform your suffering into beauty, wisdom, and sweetness. May you be peaceful, graceful, and joyful. And now we offer the spirit of the loving kindness to all beings. To all beings everywhere across land and sea, across all borders and boundaries. May all beings be happy, healthy, and whole. May all beings have love, warmth, and affection. May all beings transform their suffering into beauty, wisdom, and sweetness. And may all beings be peaceful, graceful, and joyful. Invite a slow, deep, full breath in. Let it percolate inside. Let it expand at the top of the inhale. Pause there. And when you need to exhale, slowly release the breath, a slow, long exhale. And pause at the bottom, as long as you can. And then as your next breath pours life into you, let that breath ignite the heart like striking a match. The splendor of the heart illuminates the mind and the body, and as you exhale, let that inner light emanate from inside out through every pore on the surface of your skin. Your inhales fuel the light of the heart, and the exhales expand the light of your heart from inside out as far as you can imagine and even across galaxies. Just 2 or 3 more of the deepest, fullest breaths that require the least amount of effort. Bathing in breath, visualizing the breath as it ignites the heart, visualizing the breath as it carries the light of the heart from deep inside of you out into the world, filling the space that you occupy and expanding even far beyond that. When you're ready, we're going to begin to just make small adjustments. So if your legs are bent, maybe stretch your legs out long. If your legs are long, maybe bend the legs in and feel your feet on the ground. As you're still quite high on the bolster, you can sort of very slowly inch your butt towards your heels. Eyes still closed, steady gaze inward. Staying connected to your inner landscape and your body. And as you inch your back down the bolster, you'll get closer to the earth. Take your time there. And then as you inch your way down the bolster and get much closer to the earth, almost to like the bottom tips of your shoulder blades are higher, then you can very gently send your hips to the left and carefully roll onto your right side, either on or off your props now in a fetal position. In a gesture that symbolizes the pure potential, the unlimited possibilities of all new beginnings. And as we begin to stretch this practice of yoga into the activities of our daily life, may you remain steadily connected in your heart, centered in your ground of being, open to the blessings that fill you and surround you, and steady in the face of whatever sort of conflict you face. Steady in your heart of hearts, rooted in your virtuosity, no matter what and at all cost. Imagine that. And as you begin to more clearly and firmly root yourself in your heart of hearts, in this hub, in this treasure trove of virtuosity, gently press through strong arms to lift your way into a comfortable seated posture with the eyes closed and the hands folded before the heart. An Anjali Mudra, and a final gesture of sincere self-reverence that acknowledges and honors the voice of the true teacher, the source of virtuosity, never further than your heart, which is never further than your breath. And a gesture that places this gift of heart before us as a guide and an offering in all we do. And so doing, bringing more love and divinity and virtue to those in the world around us. Imagine that. And as you bow to your heart, Every one of you, thank you so much for your practice, for your presence, and always and more than anything, I thank every one of you for all that you are and all that you do every single day of this life. Thanks, y'all. Sorry, that full metta is always longer than I expect, so just know we did go over, and I'll try to account for that moving forward this month. It's long. Was it too long? Okay. You're like, let's just stay now. Sorry, I'm right in the way. Again, feel free to leave your props. Got it. Y'all like. Okay. Is coming up, and sound bath is coming up. To Greece. Oh, this is. If you're at all interested in coming to Greece with us this summer, our early bird $200 off is available until December 15th. However, True Nature, the company we work with, does a $200 promo code for like Thanksgiving. And you can combine these two promo codes, I think maybe until December 1st, for $400 off our trip to Greece, which is literally the definition of epic. Greece is the birthplace of democracy, which would be good to remember something about. And it is the definition of epic. And I peaked on happiness 3 days in a row last year. No drugs at all. I barely even drank the whole time. And it was so good that we had to give everyone a second chance. So if you have any questions about our Greece trip, feel free to reach out. And then we have a suggestion box downstairs at the little sink area. So if you have comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, please let us know. Jared. Thanks for coming.